Hello everyone, so here's some of the progress I've made with MetaVoiceChat. So now the mic settings has a record at 48 kilohertz button, and this is stuck whenever you have embedded RNN noise enabled. And this is also a new thing, so instead of the separate filter for the RNN noise that still exists, it's just called external RNN noise. But this external filter, you'll want to use this for stuff that's like audio pipelines that don't use the microphone, because now it's embedded and it's more optimized in the microphone, because without that you have to do upscaling and downscaling, because RNN noise requires a very specific frequency, 48 kilohertz, so that's why it records at 48 kilohertz. And you can also get better quality if you use this and then the Speaks resampler here. Then you get better quality than the default Unity resampler if your frequency setting doesn't match your microphone exactly. So I made a little jukebox sample here. So it's just a prefab, and you can see the setup. So MetaVC and then jukebox sample as a play next song button, then two CC0 songs there. And then here multicast output, so that divides the output between two other audio outputs. Okay, so these are on the left and right speakers, and for the audio sources it has pan left and pan right fully, so it only takes those channels. And then here you can see the audio source VC outputs. So they have just the normal setup, and then they have a filter attached to them, analysis VC filter. So this is new. It has a drop down for which channels you want to perform analysis on, and then attack rate, release rate for the value, and it uses the root mean square of the samples array that comes in. And then it also queues it by the output, the target output latency, since the audio playback requires a buffer to handle network jitter and things like that. So the analysis VC filter has a Unity event. It also has a C# event inside. So here I made an analysis transform scalar. You assign the analysis VC filter, and then target transforms you want to scale, and then scale ranges for all these. And the start and the end can be less than the start, and then in that case it'll shrink with higher values. So you can do like little squash and stretch animations with this. And you can also make your own that hook into the value here, and it's 0 to 1. So you can do like blend shapes with 3D models and stuff. Okay, and then the input, this is different. So there's a silence VC input, and this is used when you don't want to use a microphone for the input of the pipeline, the audio pipeline. And this just outputs like frames at the rate you have set in the VC config here. Okay, and then there's the audio clip VC filter, which is used to play audio clips over the silence, or like over the input audio pipeline. And it resamples it as needed internally. And if you have this set to mono and your audio clips are stereo, then it averages them, and then it handles cases like that. So now that we have stereo audio, you can play two separate channels there. And then you can use music opus mode. That should help with this case of a boombox. And you can also change the frequency there, so it'll downscale before sending over the network and playing it back. So here's a little demo of the boombox. So you can see the models following the sound. And lastly, here's the RNN noise installation panel. So it's just a one-click press to install it, and Unity will compile stuff a few times, and then should just start working. And it'll start working with your microphone by default because the microphone embedded aren't in noise, so you don't need the external aren't in noise filter unless you're doing custom stuff. Goodbye.